You overhear a woman talking about how her home was broken into and how all of her valuables were stolen. Another man mentions that he saw a group of suspicious-looking individuals. As you continue to search through the boxes, you hear a faint noise coming from one of the other rooms. It sounds like someone or something is moving.
What? Okay, I guess my perception check wasn't high enough. Yeah, I'm going to cast the sleep spell on him as soon as he comes in. I grab the box that I suspect may have the stolen tea set in it, and I tuck it under my arm and run towards the back door where I made my entrance.
You gently pry open the box and reveal the tea set inside. She gasps in delight and takes the tea set out of the box to inspect it closely.
We're looking to become a part of an adventuring party.
Sounds like you could both be valuable assets to our team. We're in need of capable fighters and someone to help navigate social situations. Plus, having a bard boost morale is always a plus.
What's up, nerds? And I am back with Reese. And if you remember last time, we left off with Marla extending us the invitation into her party. She had an adventure given to her, basically a bounty for some bandits given to her by a lord of the land, and has invited us to help go exterminate said bandits. But before we do that, I would like to go collect the gold that I'm due for turning in the thieves that had been taking things from the people of AIM. So after Marla says goodnight and lets us know that we can meet her at the Rusty Dagger Inn in the morning, I spend a bit more time hanging out with my new fans and some friends that I may have made that night. I drink a few more drinks at the bar, and then, without getting too drunk, I just relax away the tension of the day. When there's a good lull in conversation, I thank the patrons at the bar, as well as the barkeep, and step outside into the brisk night air towards the authorities station to hopefully claim my reward.
As you step outside, you feel a chill in the air as the night has grown colder. You see the stars shining brightly above you and the moon illuminating the cobblestone streets. You make your way to the authorities station, which is a stone building with guards standing at the entrance. As you approach, one of the guards stops you and asks,
"What's your business here?" I gave you all information earlier today that I was hoping led to the arrest of the thieves that have been a nuisance around these parts of late.
The guard at the desk nods, looking over some papers at his desk.
Ah, yes, I remember. Let me see here.
He shuffles through some papers before pulling out a small pouch and sliding it across the desk.
This is your reward for the information leading to the capture of the thieves. Thank you for your help. I rifle through the bag of coin. How much is it? As you count the coins, you find that there are 200 gold pieces in total. That is not bad at all. But is that all? The guard responds, "Yes, that's the full amount for the information you provided." Well, I won't turn my nose up at 200 gold. I mean, come on, it's pretty solid. I tip my hat. Well, thank you, and remember what a service the good bard Reese has done for you today. I take my leave and head to the nearest inn to rest my head. Tomorrow morning brings adventure, and I need to be rested and ready for it.
You find a nearby inn and book a room for the night. The innkeeper leads you to a room and you settle in for the night, ready for the adventure that awaits you in the morning. The room is cozy and warm, and you fall asleep quickly, dreaming of the excitement and danger that the next day will bring.
Speaking of dreams, I'm curious what it'll do if I just prompt it, do I have any interesting dreams? Because the AI model likes to feed your creativity. What you put in, it wants to feed off of that and have like give and take with. So do I have any interesting dreams?
As you fall asleep, your mind begins to wander, and you find yourself in a vast open field. The sky above you is a deep shade of blue, with wispy white clouds floating gently across it. In the distance, you can see a towering mountain range, its peaks covered in snow. As you begin to walk towards the mountains, you notice a figure in the distance. It's a woman with long flowing hair and a shimmering cloak. As you approach her, she turns to face you and smiles.
"Greetings, Reese.
She says,
My name is Niam, and I am a fairy queen. I've been watching you, and I believe you have the potential for great things."
You feel a sense of awe and wonder as you speak to Naeem. She tells you of a great adventure that awaits you. She speaks of a powerful artifact that has been lost for centuries and the dangers that you'll face in your quest to find it. As Naeem speaks, the landscape around you begins to change. The fields fade away and are replaced by dense forest. You hear the sounds of rushing water and you realize that you're staring at the edge of a river. Naeem points to a distant mountain range and tells you that the artifact lies within a hidden temple at its heart. She warns you that you'll face many obstacles on your journey, but that you'll have the strength and courage to overcome them. As she speaks, you feel a surge of confidence and determination. You know this quest will not be easy, but you are ready for whatever challenges lie ahead. With a final nod, Naeem fades away, and you awaken feeling energized and ready to face the day.
That is better than what I expected. That was impressive to say the least. A little bit of prophecy mixed in there, and it gives me a trajectory for Reese, which is pretty cool. The more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm trying to figure out what is the purpose of these characters and these stories that I'm creating. At least for these first couple, I think I want to set them up to be characters that have been through one or two small adventures and have a complete backstory for if I ever wanted to hop in a game. When we bring characters to a table, let's say we're starting off at like level 4 or level 5, we usually bring them with backstories, but not previous adventures. This is a great way for me to start off at, say, level 2, take Reese through a level or two of experience, and then not only do I have Reese's backstory about, his tragedy and his family death, he could also come in with one or two adventures, like I'm going to go and see if we can't take out these bandits. After the bandits, I want to move forward and see if we can't go find this artifact. And then when I bring my character sheet to whatever game I want to play Reese at, I have much deeper and more rich backstory, specific backstory about a mini campaign that nobody else was a part of, but I know about. And I think this can be really cool. So yeah, let's get after these bandits. I wake up, pack my bag, and make sure all my bills are settled, and then I head to the Rusty Dagger Inn to meet with Marla and the rest of the party.
As you arrive at the Rusty Dagger, you see Marla and the rest of the party are already gathered around the table in the corner. They seem to be discussing their plans about the day and strategizing on how to best take on the bandits. As you approach, they look up and welcome you warmly. Marla stands up and greets you.
Good morning, Reese. We're just talking about the plan for the day. We think it's best that we head out early and try to catch the bandits before they have a chance to escape. Are you ready to join us in this adventure?
Well, certainly. I am ready to go when you are. Has Korgath arrived yet? I wouldn't want to leave him out.
Yes, Korgath is already here. He's been waiting for us.
She leads you to a table where Korgath is seated, his massive form taking up most of the space. As you sit down, Marla pulls out a map from her bag and begins to lay it out on the table.
Here's the plan. The bandits have been spotted in a camp a few miles north of here. We'll need to travel through the forest to get there, so we'll have to be careful of any potential ambushes or traps they might have set up.
She points to the map, showing you the best route to take.
Once we get to the camp, we'll need to take out the guards quietly to avoid alerting the others. From there, it's a matter of locating their leader and taking him down. Any questions?
No, I think I've got it. I'll support you from behind and try not to get in the way.
Marla nods in agreement.
Understood. We'll make sure to keep you safe.
She leads you out of the inn towards the town's gates, and the rest of the party is waiting, Korgath standing with his arms crossed, ready for action.
Ready to move out?
Korgath asks as you approach.
Yes, my friend, I think I am.
As you exit the town and venture into the nearby woods, you notice that the trees grow thicker and taller, and the ground softer and muddier. The path becomes more difficult to navigate, and it seems that the bandits have intentionally made it so to make it harder for any attackers to follow them. As you make your way through the forest, you hear the sound of a nearby stream, its trickling sound growing louder as you approach it. You come upon a small clearing with the stream running through it. and you spot a group of bandits sitting around the campfire on the other side of the clearing, seemingly unaware of your presence. What do you do?
So I look to Marla, who's our rogue. Show us how your blades speak, rogue. We will back you up as soon as the first strike has landed. And with that, I will give her bardic inspiration. In the other campaign, combat will be more comprehensive. I'm going to actually go with like the turn-based combat system, but for this one, I want it to be more narrative, and so I'm just going to have it kind of narrate to us the combat sequence with a little bit of flair.
As the battle commences, Marla quickly slips into the shadows and disappears from view. The two remaining bandits charge forward, wielding their crude weapons menacingly.
I take a few steps back, raise my lute, and begin to play a quick and upbeat melody to inspire my companions.
The first of the bandits swings a sword at Darien, but the rogue nimbly dodges the attack and counters with a swift strike of the short sword. The bandit staggers back, blood spilling from a deep cut on his arm. On his turn, Korgath charges forward, wielding a massive great axe. He swings with all his might at the other bandit, cleaving deeply into his shoulder and sending him reeling backwards.
At this point, I decide to use a cantrip, Vicious Mockery, to try to distract the wounded bandit. Hey, you. Yes, you, with the bleeding arm. Your mother's body count is higher than her IQ.
In a howl of rage, he charges at Reese. But Marla suddenly appears out of the shadows and lands devastating blows with her daggers, and the bandit falls to the ground defeated. The final bandit, seeing his comrade fall, tries to make a run for it, but Korgath is too quick for him. With a mighty swing, he beheads the bandit in a single stroke. The battle is won and the group breathes a sigh of relief.
That was well done, everyone. I wasn't worried at all about that awful beast of a man who almost cut my head off. Nope, not one bit. Obviously shook. So, what now? We've disposed of Lord Wycliffe's little pest problem. I breathe in deeply. We vastly outnumbered them, but in my mind, Reese is not combat worthy and is not combat hardened. So this is probably the first time he's been this close to someone being like beheaded.
Marla responds, wiping the blood from her daggers.
We'll head back to Lord Wycliffe's estate and report our success. Hopefully, we'll have another job for us, or at least reward us generously for our services. She looks around the group now. Anyone need a rest up to recover from their injuries before we head back?
I say we take a short rest here, look through the items the bandits have, and ready ourselves for our walk to Lord Wycliffe's. At this point, I play a song of rest.
As you play a soothing melody, the party takes a short rest, catching their breath and tending to their wounds. You look through the loot that the bandits had, finding a small amount of gold, a few potions, and some basic gear. After a short rest, the party gets up and begins their journey to Lord Wycliffe's estate.
Oh, before we head out, Marla, can I see that map you showed me earlier? She nods.
We're here, and his manor is about a day's journey west. We can follow the path through the forest, but we should be cautious, because there are reports of goblins in the area.
I look at the map. Can I see the location that the Fae from my dream described?
You look closely at the map and notice a small grove marked on it that matches the description given to you in your dream. The grove is located in a dense forest to the east of the town, about a day's journey on foot from where you currently are.
So if that's east of town and we're going west, we're probably looking at like a 2 days journey, which I think is still doable. All right, well, let's go ahead and head to the estate, but when we leave his abode with our spoils, I think I know where we can head next.
The party nods in agreement and prepares to make their way to Lord Wycliffe's manor. As they walk, Reese couldn't help but think about the location that Naim mentioned in his dream. He wondered if it's worth exploring, but decided to focus on the task at hand for now. After a few hours of walking, the party finally reaches Lord Wycliffe's manor. They're greeted by his butler, who ushers them inside and leads them to a sitting room where Lord Wycliffe is waiting.
Ah, you must be the group of adventurers I hired to take out those bandits,
Lord Wycliffe says as he greets the party.
I trust it was taken care of. The party assures him that it was and presents him with the spoils of their victory. Lord Wycliffe is pleased with their work and rewards them accordingly. Now, is there anything else I can assist you with? Actually, there is. We were wondering if you had any information about that location in the nearby woods. It's said to be the home of a fae. We're hoping to investigate it. I'm afraid I don't know much about the fae. They tend to keep to themselves and stay hidden from mortal eyes. But if you were to set out to find them, there are rumors of a druid who lives in the forest. She might be able to help you. I thank you for that information. I guess we should get ready to head off and find this druid. I think that's a good place to call it for today. I'm going to be dropping a lot of content in the next week or two. So yeah, if you want to see any of that, hit subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, that's fine. Make a mage hand out of the like button. And if you're looking for something cool to do that's more than subscribe, I am linking a Patreon and a Buy Me Coffee in the description below. I just upgraded to GPT-4, so if you want to pitch me some dollars to help out with that, then awesome. Yeah, thank you guys. Again, all the subs and the love in the comments. It's just really cool. It's a great pick-me-up after spending so much time trying to do this. So thanks. Yeah, and I'll see you soon. All right. Peace.